I need to wipe this. Why do I have to always wipe this camera? I'm already like, wow. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Nobody's in here. Oh, oh my god. That is so pretty. Okay, welcome to the live stream. Oh my god. W to the A to the M to the B to the U to the I. How is everybody doing? When you join in, say hi. Let's hang out. I'm always sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy. Sleepy girl. Welcome to the live stream, guys. I kind of need to get, I don't know, cup of tea. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi. Today is on Sunday. Maybe you guys are in church. Oh my God. Bas, how are you? How are you, pal? I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing, Bella and Valentina? Hey, hey, good to see you. How are you guys doing? Where are you watching me from? Today is on Sunday. What do you normally do on Sunday? What are you doing right now? You know, what's the time where you're at? It's 11:31 here in Kenya, 11:31 p.m. Yes, yes, yes. I'm still under the weather. Still, the cold is still here, but we are still showing up stronger. Okay. Uh, okay. So. Okay, we're gonna do, of course, as usual, we are gonna do our bunch of questions. But guys, I would appreciate if you liked the live stream. Oh, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. Nashukuru sana, nashukuru sana. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. Like the live stream, every type of support, guys, is very, very appreciated. What is wrong with this internet? Like, wow. Okay. Okay, guys. Now internet problems. Oh my god, yeah, Lord. Mm-hmm. Am I back live? I think I am. Yeah, I don't know why the internet sometimes does stuff like that. Guys, like the live stream. I would really appreciate if you liked the live stream. Okay, I'm making a cup of tea over there. Okay, welcome to the live stream, guys. Welcome to the live stream. Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. Which country are you watching me from? Let's start with that. Where are you watching me from? Uh, how is the going? If you check. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they usually reflect after, like right now, I think we are on the 12. I think right now is showing the 12th or 11th. So yeah, I am seeing that. Please, thank you so much. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I was just talking about that. Like, I've received the most support from people that I don't even know. That is really nice of you guys. And I just hope even you, when you want to do something, people show up like that for you. Okay, like the live stream, guys. Like the live stream. Okay, let me type one of the questions. What country would you move to tomorrow if money wasn't an issue? Okay, what country would you move to tomorrow if money wasn't an issue? Please be telling people to do that for you on your life. Okay, I think I said that the other day. There's somebody else who uh, actually also Kenyan. There's somebody else who said that they were doing that for me. I can only appreciate. What country would you move to if money wasn't an issue? Okay, I think today people are in church, but you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna keep saying. And I think another thing that can help is just maybe even when we're not talking about just dream. I think that would also make it easier. Okay, let me get the tea, guys. Wow. Um, Lean, how are you doing, Lean? Hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm still having the cold, so that's why my energy seems to be pretty bad now. I know I was having internet issues, and then like my chat just disappeared on the laptop. Okay, I can still read it here on the laptop, but I can't see. I don't know. Maybe I should minimize and come back. Bright Victor, hi. Drag Queen Fantasy, how are you doing? Okay, you know what? I don't think help you with what Bright Victor. Dark Queen says, remember me? I'm Ola Jack. Okay. I think I've seen you on the live stream some other time. How are you doing? Okay, what country would you move to if money wasn't an issue? What country would you move to if money wasn't an issue? I would like to move to mostly. I think I would think Canada, but also I like Germany. I because I'm kind of like quarter like familiar with the language. Not to mention, I think I've interacted with a lot of Germans uh, in my life, and the fact that I even started learning the language. So that's also nice. Drag Queen says, I'm trans. Oh, I remember you. We were having the conversation yesterday on the live. Okay, how is it going for you? Okay, what country would you move to? So, if what country would I move to? Let me know yours. I think personally, I would move to Canada or Germany. Germany because I fell in love with the language. Um, Canada because I think it's a nice or cool version of US. Yep. Okay, so we're just hanging out, guys. I don't know. Love you, sister. Okay. And guys, I'm requesting you all to like, I don't know, maybe watch my videos even when we are not live streaming. Let's get this channel monetized, guys. It's gonna mean so much to me. It's gonna help me so much. So let's do it. I believe we can do it. I believe we can. Okay, so Pietman Gusen, South Africa in the building. P to the I to the A to the T to the N. How are you doing? How is South Africa? What is the time in South Africa? My face looks like it's swollen. I don't know if I'm the only one who is seeing that, but oh god, this cold. Answer the question. Maybe I should also write another question on the screen. South Africa, 10:42 in South Africa. Oh, you guys are 1 hour behind. Huh. Oh, now I'm familiar with that flag. That's a trans flag. Okay. 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 Okay, let me write this. I think this will be interesting. Guys, like the live stream. Let me know the most unnecessary thing humans have invented, in your opinion. Okay, the most unnecessary thing you think humans have invented. Guys, welcome to the live stream. We have questions, so choose the one that you want to answer. First of all, today is on Sunday. Of course, we are not trying to be very serious. Let me know what you're doing. What do you do on Sundays? What does your schedule look like on Sunday? Personally, what I've done today, what did I do today? Actually, I was editing a video. but mostly I watched something. I was watching this. It's not a show, it's like a documentary. This Amish teens. So for Amish teens, before you get baptized to become an Amish, you're given permission to like go out there and taste the world, and you decide if you want to come back. So I was watching that. So this these Amish teens, so they went to UK. Okay, they went to UK, and like they were having this experience. For example, the video that Saf says Amish teens stay in a Scottish castle. Okay, so they get to experience alcohol, they get to experience, for the women, they get to experience, they went to the beach and they were so surprised because they've never seen women who wear just bikini. They are seeing women who are dressing trousers. They are seeing people with washing machines, and all of that. So the one that's up is Scottish. But you know what? I feel like most of the time we do things, but we don't think twice about it. But it's just so surprising to see people like the Amish who are from the US, and they say they don't have electricity, they don't have all of that, and then you're just like, oh my god, they're almost living the life that I live in my village. Anyway, so that's what I've been watching today. Drag Queen says, I went out today, but bad experience I had. Okay, tell me about it if you don't mind. Insatiable, good evening. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Is it evening already on your side? Wow. What is the time where you're at? What's the time in Alabama? How are you doing? So yeah, so that's what I think. That's what I watched today. At least I didn't do a lot of doom scrolling. I watched that, and I'm still watching the. If you want to watch, you can search best documentary Amish teens. So, and maybe we can maybe some other time we can like share what you took notes on. But it's just surprising to see people who come from like the US and not having the experience that you would expect them to have. These people, they have never used electricity, not even cars and stuff, 3:46 p.m. Wow, it's evening already. CJ, hey Wamboy, how are you? Uh, I'm good and not good. Like this cold is not going away, and I think I'm just getting sicker and sicker. But how are you doing? Good to see you. How is your Sunday going? And what are you doing today for a Sunday? Okay, so I was just telling you all what I did today. So, and then another thing that I normally watch on Sunday is like I usually watch this lady. She usually flip houses. So she bought this abandoned house, and she just like upgrades them, she flips them. So those are the type of things that I normally watch on Sunday or something. But yep. Okay, we have two questions. So choose choose your demon. Choose your demon. Wow, I'm great. Beating the heat. It's over 100 degrees again. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing no shots for you guys. Okay. This is the time for those people who are really built to show themselves. In the air, relaxing. Okay. But you guys have air conditioning, right? Okay. Wow, 100 degrees. That's hot. That's hot. What's the temperatures out here right now? It's 66 degrees Fahrenheit. You sure you don't have COVID or something, or does your cold always last this long? And I think I don't have that. Yeah, I feel like the reason they last this long is like I hand wash my clothes. So and when you're hand washing your clothes, you spend hours, like 2 hours or something, on the cold water, not to mention even cleaning the dishes. So I think that's why it's 3:48 p.m. here. Oh wow, it's 11:49 here. Okay. uh so I think that's why my the cold is not going away. Not to mention, like, I was pretty much exposed to the elements when I was at home. Yeah, that room that that I was filming at that time, it's almost like being outside. Actually, I've done some lots of upgrades on that room. I put up some, what are they called, cardboards and stuff, but still not so warm. Yeah. Sada says hi. Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. Uh okay, what do you normally do on Sundays? And we do have two questions on the screen, so you guys keep uh answering the questions. Okay. How long should a cold last actually? Mine usually lasts. I think I don't know, or maybe my immune system. But this year I have just been through a lot this year. Oh God, I have never been like, I usually, it's like disease after disease. Oh my God, give me a break. The most unnecessary thing humans invented. Okay, let me think. Most unnecessary thing human invented. Maybe time. Can you imagine if we lived without the sense of time? But is that an invention? Yeah, I think it is. Time, calendars, very unnecessary. Sada says, if money weren't an issue, I think I would be okay even in my country, as long as it doesn't appear exceptional situations, disasters, conflicts. Oh, okay. So you would be okay in your country. Wow. Wow, that's a huge thing. Honestly, to be really honest, I don't, at this point I think I would still move, but I love my country to bits. Like, yeah, I would maybe mostly maybe move for opportunities, I think. So that's why most people immigrate for the most part to earn more money somewhere else. Yeah, I think it's mostly for, but other people just migrate for social status, uh, for new experiences. It depends. Risk Persimmon says, social holidays. Oh, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. How are you doing, Rispa? Okay. Wow, so you wouldn't migrate, so your country has to like, but see, I feel like with your home country gives you something that other countries cannot. Your home country gives you family. Doesn't matter how much money you earn. It's like, yeah. Like right now, I have people that I can call and I know they will just show up. Like, I can just call my mom right now and she can just show up. Yeah, that's, and my dad. I think those are two. If you're in a foreign place, it's like, okay, you can have other people, but it's like at the end of the day, I feel like I feel like your parents are definitely the people who can like just show up without thinking twice. CJ says we definitely need calendars and clocks to have some kind of perception of time, one boy. Okay, it's like the whole calendars and stuff. It's very unnecessary. I wish we just lived in a world where we just don't know what day it is. We just keep living life. We just keep living life. You show up to job. When you see the sun come up, you go to job. When you see the sun go down, it's time to go home. Okay. So I'm the only one who thinks time is very unnecessary. I feel like time gives you pressure. Okay. For example, my parents, especially mostly my parents, don't know their date of birth. Actually, both of them, they do not know. Actually, with my dad, his ID is written like not applicable, like he does not know when he was born and stuff, because around the time that these people were born, uh their parents didn't care, or not like they didn't care, they just didn't understand the concept of time and calendars. Okay. I feel like it's unfair because they don't get to know how old they are. They only get to estimate how old they are. But it's like, isn't that such a good thing that you don't know how old you are? Sarah says, if to visit a country as a tourist, like curiosity about another culture, yeah. If to move, I don't know, if financially more stable, maybe, but in any country, they are essentially the same problems. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's an interesting way to see it. I usually tell people, even if I don't have even if like it's not like we have the best opportunities here, It's like I feel like it's more safe, but I don't know if it's a comfort zone or whatever. But yeah, being in your home country is kind of like top tier. CJ says people would just be wandering around, not knowing what time work is. No, when the sun comes up, you go to work. You just go to work. Oh my god. Steven Slater says chicken nuggets. Ooh, the most unnecessary. Is that unnecessary? I don't know. I don't know. CJ says, you ever woke up from a long nap and not know what time of the day it is looking out the window? That's the worst feeling ever. No, you go outside and you know what you can look at? You can look at your shade. If the shade is on the front, oh, it's shorter, you'd realize it's noon. Yeah. I'm just being silly or something, but by at least the pressure wouldn't exist. The pressure to achieve things by this time wouldn't exist. Manti says, hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. Sarah says, I mean, yeah, in one country they could pay more than our countries, offer a bit more opportunity, but it's not paradise. Woo, yeah. Say that again for Nancy at the back. I think everybody, especially the people who get into relationships with people from poor countries, you just automatically assume that you're a catch. It's like, oh my god, I give you a green card or a visa or whatever. It's like, yeah. Oh, maybe just that assumption, like, oh wow, you come from this rich country. Um, you cannot be ignored. Manti says, "Oh, how are you doing, Manti? Hello, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm learning how not. If I'm not okay, I'm learning to, because I always say that I'm okay, because I don't think it really matters. Or I feel like people want to ask you if you're okay, but if you say you're not okay, what are they gonna do? Do you all feel like that? It's like people ask you, are you okay? But it's like, how are you doing? I'm good. If I say I'm not good, what are we gonna do? Mostly you're gonna tell me sorry or something. But yeah, I'm learning how to be more genuine and honest. How are you doing? I'm not good, but other than that, I'm fine. Steven Slater says, Womboy, lemon and honey tea will make you feel a lot better. Get well soon. Okay. I bought lemon, but I'm also dealing with another health issue that maybe I'm maybe I'm not in the mental space to discuss. So it's like I'm kind of like waiting until I get cleared from the other one so that I can know if I can take lemons. Oh my god. I just pray for me, guys. For those of you who are believers. Some countries are safer because the law operates more seriously and there are real consequences. But even in such countries, the bad guys will still try to find more creative ways to avoid the law. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said the other time, is like one of the things that I don't appreciate about being Kenyan is the system with trash. Okay. You know what? You will go someplace and buy street food, okay? And then let's say they give you in this paper. And then you ask them, where is your dustbin? And then they're just telling you to throw it down. Or just throw it right there, there's no problem. Like most of the time I usually end up putting it on my bag. And I'm not saying that I'm a good person, but I kind of learned that all over the years in the schools that I attended. So for me, it feels foreign to just throw trash on the ground. But what we do, most of us out here, we just throw our trash out there, okay? And then we say, oh my God, this other country is so neat, is so clean. But you know what? It's like they obey the rules, there's consequences. Um, there's consequences if you don't obey the rules. So maybe that's why these countries are way better. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we are still like I said the most unnecessary things humans invented is time. Time. But I don't know. I'm halfway kidding. I'm halfway serious and halfway kidding. I don't know. Because I kind of feel like if there's not time, then I wouldn't feel pressure in any type of way. I would just do things in my own time. Maybe I would take more time to think about things. Yeah. Another thing, God, one of the other most unnecessary. And guys, I think you guys are gonna think I'm ignorant, okay? But why did we create money? And I know it's so that you can be able to get something from the other people, But I just feel like also that is so unfair. Okay, money was created. Some people they got them. They printed money. Okay, for when money started out, for example, there were people who were already presidents and they just got the money printed for them, and it's like they got to start from that, and others got to start from scratch. Okay, so that's another one. Money, like money. Okay, you took back the message. Yeah. Okay, I don't feel like money is unnecessary, but I think the barter trade was way better, right? Okay, and I see the money does a lot of things. You know me, if you've watched me for a long time, or like you've been here for a long, you know me, like I just don't agree with people who says that, oh, money does not buy happiness, but I just feel like maybe barter trade was way nicer. There was no pressure. You didn't have to feel like a failure if you couldn't do barter trade. Did you feel like a failure if you couldn't do barter trade? Actually, most of the time you almost could always do barter trade. You just have to have something that the other person needs. The other person who have something that you want. The most unnecessary thing humans invented, I think, is TikTok. Why? You don't like TikTok? When I want to like brain rot, I usually scroll on TikTok. But when I want to watch something that can be, I feel like, I feel like it has its own people. I think depends on what you are into. Okay. Oh, where am I so? This laptop is becoming a burden. TikTok. Okay, and see, what country would you move to if money wasn't an issue? I think this is a question. People from rich countries cannot answer this question because what do you mean? What country would I want to move to? You guys don't have dream countries because your countries are already dream countries. Haha. Okay. Don't know if I'm about to embarrass myself. Now, I once tried it and I don't know, it looked depressing, and the design of blue and red, like the old 3D cinema glasses, I don't like it. Okay. Or maybe the type of things that you watch over there. Okay. Wow. Yesterday I made some pancakes. I was gonna show you guys, but it's kind of like I've distorted it. So if you would maybe get rid of one app for you, would be that. Okay. Yeah. For me, honestly, one of the apps that was very surprising, that people, honestly, when I used to have Snapchat, I only used it for photos. I never used it for like chatting. I never used it for that. So in the photos is like I would use filters on the photos on Snapchat. But it's like the fact that there's people who like are just into Snapchat like that. Or maybe Snapchat is just out here. Mostly people use Snapchat for pictures and videos with filters. And so it was just some goofy videos and some teenage depressing quotes appearing about life being hard. Okay. Yeah, then that's when you need to fix your For You page. On TikTok, there's something called For You page. That's when you need to, when you see something that you don't want to see again, you need to swipe real quick. Hmm. What you eating, one boy? Pancake. Oh god, I'm not gonna show you how the pancakes look. Okay, I have kind of like. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, it's a pancake. I cooked them yesterday. I'm not the best chef that there is, especially when I'm cooking for myself. It's like I like YouTube more. Maybe because I grew up watching YouTube, and TikTok is more like new generation up. Though YouTube is not the old either. Yeah, I feel like you can learn so many things from YouTube, but this is. I was drunk last night. So you had me tripping, jamming Chris Brown music all the way in Kenya. Okay. It is just like, honestly, that video, let me tell you, I edited that video to remove all the songs that we played. I am not doing that again. But it was worth it. I think it was worth the moment. Yeah. I had to like that video I edited like how many hours? At least 4, because I had to deal with individual music. See, like the way everybody was telling me, play this, play that. All those music I had to deal with their claims. But woo, I was actually vibing out to your country music last night. Really? Okay, okay. See, thank you for the review. Thank you for the review. I like it when you guys say what you're liking and what you're not liking. We might not be listening to music very soon because of that, but once in a while I'll treat you guys to at least a music, the type of music that I'm into at that point. Yeah. Um. Okay. Good. Eh. Sada says, I mean, even YouTube can have toxic content. For a while, I saw some videos about gender wars, men this, women that, and you stuff, and I thought I don't need such content. It's toxic and discouraging. Okay. Oh God, I hope my content is never like that. I hope you guys don't watch my videos and you're like, but you know what? I think sometimes I get really serious and it can be annoying. Not annoying, but I think it can be a little bit depressing. But yeah, sometimes you're watching somebody, but after watching, you just feel more stressed than entertained or encouraged. Hope. Yeah, that's never the intention. And guys, you guys gotta help me with something. If you have an extra phone in the house, just watch the video. So like play even if you're not. Okay, it just feels like I'm telling you guys, let's get and get done with this. Like, but you know what, guys? Please watch the videos. I totally understand. Okay, yeah, I have caught myself in such situation. I right now I've stopped consuming almost everything. I mostly like to scroll funny stuff. So that's it. I mean, we are people. One day we are positive, another day angry, other day sad. But I don't know. I should watch more positive. uh I should watch more positive content. Okay, yeah, I hope I'm part of the positive but I think you guys come back because you like the fact that like your thoughts matter here. Maybe that's why you come back. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, I think whatever I give on the channel is how I'm really feeling in real time or in real life. CJ says you don't have a super chat button. How can we donate, one boy? uh Click on my picture, okay, or my picture or whatever, but you'll see I have PayPal over there or buy me coffee. Either one would work. Obeada, hi. Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay. The most unnecessary things humans invented. uh what country would you move to tomorrow if money wasn't an issue? I'd move to Brazil if I definitely had unlimited resources. Why Brazil? Ooh, that's a very specific choice. Brazil? Why Brazil? Actually, honestly, at this point, if money wasn't an issue, what I would like is to move to the village. And he's like, okay, yes, right now I have that option. um okay, right now I have option to move to the village, but to stay with parents. If I had unlimited resources, I would go to the village. Maybe not necessarily my village, but I would like to be maybe close to my parents or something. Not very close, but at least somewhere where like I can just I can just get there within 50 minutes or 1 hour. So I would go there. I would buy a property, a village property, and then I would build like a house and I can just live there safely and stuff. So I'm just so over the life in the town. I know very soon I have to make the move, guys. Um, so this is, oh yes, you have buy me coffee. It's fairly easy to use. Oh, I didn't know. Actually, honestly, most of these things I don't know how to use. I just also didn't know how to use. So, but yeah, for international things, it's just. So that's it. And in case you donate, I have my phone on like silent right now. It not silent. It does this thing where like it sleep mode. Oh, it's sleep mode. So yeah. So that's it. I personally enjoy watching African content because most of the time Africans seem more grounded to reality. For example, American content is mostly full of drama and nonsense. Ooh, that's brutal. That's brutal. I think for me, when I watch American content, is usually like more of something that is out of reach. It's like this girl, okay, the ones that I was telling you guys, she normally flip houses, she buy a house, an abandoned one. Like for example, I'm watching this house she bought for $10,000, and then she's flipping it. This house, I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up selling it for like lots of money, or even maybe renting for good money. Okay, and see that is out of reality. I appreciate that. Okay, another type of content that I watch is tiny houses. Okay, but we are talking about, let's say, and I know it's not a lot of money, but it's still a lot of money to me. Like we're talking about, oh, somebody bought a tiny house, 800,000 Kenya shillings, 1 billion. I'm like, okay, that's like $10,000. But I'm like, so these things are so much out of touch with reality. So when you finish watching, you just feel nothing but pressure. Okay, you just feel like, oh my god, I'm a failure, I'll never achieve anything. Yeah, so so yeah, the African content sometimes is nice, but also sometimes the African content, I feel like they exaggerate the poverty for the clicks. Yeah, I feel like most people exaggerate the poverty for the clicks, for people to feel sorry for them. I do not identify with that. Like, I do not identify with, like showing you that I'm excessively poor, or like right now I stay here, let's say, looking for another place, and show that as a studio so that you guys can feel sorry. I don't identify with that. So with the American content, is just like so much out of touch with my reality. With the African one, is most people just exaggerate the poverty for the clicks. So I don't know what to watch. uh So you would never move out of Kenya? No, I would. I would. I said I would go to Kenya. Not Kenya. I would go to Canada or Germany. Germany, because I like the language and I started learning the language. Um, and not to mention, when I was in university, when we went for attachment, or what you call internship, I went to a German company, and I just kind of, that's when I fell in love with the language and stuff like that. So yeah. Was it a large house for $10,000? Not so large, not so large, but it was definite. It is like a two-bedroom. Yeah, it's two bedroom house for 10,000. Yeah, and the other one that she flipped before this one, that guy was trying to just get rid of that house. It was just becoming a liability. So it's like that person almost gave it to her, and she just made the best out of it. Oh my god, I am so jealous of her. She's living the life. Her name is Tia Weston. If you would like to maybe see. And the video that I'm talking about is called My Abandoned House. Uh, the two if drift. Better Mamet say, how are you doing? CJ says you can buy houses for that cheaper in the US, and if you really know how to renovate them. Yeah, she renovates the houses with her dad. They have never hired any help with it. And now I've watched her for a long time now. She just does it herself with her dad. So I am pretty sure they are making a fortune out of doing this, my friends. Ugh. Sarah says, yeah, I think on TV and in internet, this whole Africa poor and starving narratives, so much it has become like an association. But if to such a bit, it's like everywhere. Some are poor, some are rich. Yeah, and see, it's like right now, there and I know there are people who they even live in rented houses like I do. But when it comes to when they are shooting the content, they go to where it's poor to do the content. Okay, so for me, it's just like I'm gonna show you all guys my reality. Like the reality is right now I am not living like I'm homeless. Okay. When I go to the village, we are not living in a madhouse, but we are not in a so have you ever visited Madagascar? No. No, no, no. Why Madagascar specific? I think Madagascar is beautiful because it's an island. Okay, next question. But honestly, today I just want us to go with the flow. But okay, tell me when you guys get tired with the conversation, and we can ask more questions. Madagascar. Okay, I don't know if this question is like, what crime would you commit if there was absolutely no consequence? And make sure when you type this, you're really careful because this use the right words. Otherwise, your comment will not go through. Let me type. That's the first country I want to visit in Africa. Ooh, it's beautiful. I watched a couple, and they speak Portuguese, I think. Oh no, it's not Madagascar. It's Mozambique. Okay, what language? Let me see. What language do they speak? Is it expensive? I don't think maybe. I don't think it's expensive, but it's an island, so they will have prices for foreigners, especially with the American accent or like British. As far as you're speaking foreign, but I would hope, but you have to look at the conversion rates of I how I how I look if a country is expensive or not. I look at the conversion between their currency and maybe the US dollar. That's how I approximate. Let me see how much is 1 USD to Madagascar money. Ooh, wow. Yeah, see, I don't think it's expensive. $1 is equals to 4,290. So it's called Malagasy Ariari. Yeah, I think that's a cheap place because $1 is equals to 129 Kenya shillings or 27 or something. So you can see, yeah, their cost of living, I don't think it will be that high. Not to mention, when you have the US dollars, you go over there. Hey, my good friend, you got some things going on. Is it considered Africa since it's an island? Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Okay, next question. It's considered part of Africa. Yeah, wow. See, I think if if I had years of work, like for example in the US or Europe, I would like look for a country. Honestly, I would look for and I know the conversion does not equal the cost of living there, but your money is more likely to go a bit further uh if the conversion is like favoring you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what do you do for a living? Farming. What do you do for a living? Yeah, farming. Ooh, God is in control. Hello, one boy. Good evening. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Good to see you. How is your Sunday going? What do you do on Sundays? And to answer your question, Uganda. Ooh, wow. Okay, why Uganda? Why Uganda in specifically Uganda? Yeah. Wow. Uh-huh. You're basically asking people to incriminate themselves. Okay. Okay, don't say the baddest crime. Don't say the baddest crime, but like, okay, I don't know, but I think today is on Sunday, and I thought we should be silly or stuff or like not so serious, so that's why I we're gonna be doing some daft questions. It's a good chill Sunday, relaxing, watching movies, and that's it. Sometimes doing nothing is great, okay? Ooh, yeah. Actually, that's exactly how I felt. Today, I was gonna stream even 3 p.m. Actually, I got ready to even start streaming. Then I was like, you know what? Let me just sit here and I watched these Amish families. And that was it. That was it. Which movies are you watching? Ooh, thank you for the like, whoever liked. And guys, keep playing them videos. Okay, which movies are you all watching? Grand Laseni. Ooh, Grand Laseni. Wow. Is it a movie? Is it on Netflix? Yeah, I only have Netflix. Or is it on YouTube? Yeah, I realize on YouTube you can find very nice shows. Uh, that should be the only answer. Okay, I don't know the meaning of that. Let me Google. Oh wow! I didn't know what that is. That is the theft of property, exceeding a statute value threshold. Oh, it's a felony. Wow. Okay. Ooh, and see, most people commit. I think most people commit such when you maybe move into a forest and you move into a forest and you just basically start owning that property. Um, God is and Uganda because I loved it. Beautiful place, a lot to see, very nice people, very nice food, and it's more expensive than people think. And the movie is Untouchables. It's about a famous gangster. Woo! Is it on Netflix? Is it, no, it's the crime you could uh get away with. Okay, wow. Okay, okay. See, I don't like pretending that I know stuff that I don't know. So I just said I don't know what that is. Because a gangster mafia guy named Al Capone back in the 1930s in America. Oh, I think I've heard that Al Capone. Okay. Okay, in some countries, especially countries part of Europe, downloading cracked or pirated content is illegal. In my country, there are no consequences from that, so I'll download games or music. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's, I don't know if we have such rules out here. If I would get away with doing crime, I would um okay, maybe rob a bank and get, all of a sudden get rich. I think that's the only crime that I can actually, I can actually, honestly, because if it involves other things that involves making other people's life difficult, my thing is these banks, they already have an insurance on their whatever, so haha. Yeah. Oh, other humans, the most unnecessary thing humans have invented, other humans, oh my god. Okay, honestly, I do agree with you. I'm kidding. Oh, maybe I do agree with you, who knows. God says, yeah, very interesting. It's a true story and not sure if it's on Netflix. And to answer your question, what you said, but to make sure it's from the most corrupt banks run by criminals. Okay. Yeah, but because at the end of the day, yes, they have insurance on their whatever, their stocks, their everything. You're like, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I think robbing a bank would be, that would be it for me. Because all the other crimes, I think they are really daft and a waste of time. Uh, yeah. Because people's houses, okay, for example, going into people's houses, it's like you don't even know if they have the money. You're guessing. But with the bank, you're sure. You're sure the money is in there. Okay. And see, with also the other thing with like going to people's houses is like you're disturbing their peace. It could end up becoming, but over there it's just like, oh, these are huge corporations, these people are rich already, so why not? But that is if I could get away with it. So uh okay. Okay, today we are doing daft questions, guys, right? Describe your current life using only 3 words. God is because to be honest, most banks are criminals, and the way they run insurance companies scam a lot of people, even here. Okay, so wow. Okay, so that would be an easy one for you. You just go for it, right? Yeah, I think me personally, that's the only one that I feel like is worth it. All the other ones is like you're just guessing. Oh, let's say maybe going into a grocery store like that, but it's like most probably you're just gonna get away with like just couple of hundred of dollars, but that's it. Here you're sure you can get away with a stack. You can get away with a stack, a huge stack that can be life changing. It also says corruption is in every country. It's just first world countries like USA or Europe, it's easier to hide it. They have their own ways and loopholes in the laws. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like impossible. It's almost like we never hear about corruption. But you know why we never hear this? For example, when it comes to jobs, yes, there's still people who get jobs because they know people. But you know what? The person who didn't get a job, they will end up getting another job. Maybe not what they wanted, but a different one. Um So I feel like maybe being fast world helps to hide that problem. Holly says, then pet rock, a necessary thing humans invent. Pet rock, then pet rock. What's that? I don't know what's that. Oh god, I don't know how to pretend that I know stuff. Describe your life using only 3 words. Okay, good night, homeboy. Bye. Bye. See how. Oh, we are already 1 hour in. Oh. Oh, pet rock. How do you use that? And some people part of certain groups or corporations get so rich they can pay off lawyers, judges, and get away with literally anything. And also the super rich don't get tax. It's a mess. That's the part that like I never understand. It's like the poor pay more taxes than the rich. Wow, that is like, ooh, what? Okay, what? Yeah, I would hope the rich pay more when it comes to everything than the poor. I'm looking at what's a pet log. I'm like, oh, my life 3 words: content. Ooh, contentment, faith, joy. Oh wow. Okay, I think you're in a good place. When you get to a place where you're content, that's when you know. I think that can be termed as a good life. Oh, now boy, your life in 3 words. Oh my god. Um, chaotic. Uh, chaotic, sick. Wow. God, and you know what? I'm usually grateful. I'm usually grateful, but like I'm just in a time of my life. Maybe this season shall pass, but woo, chaotic, uh, sick. Maybe the other one could be. Maybe I would say still grateful, gratitude, chaotic, sick, grateful, chaotic, sick, grateful. Let's stay in prayer. Okay. Okay, it's like, oh god, I think when it rains it pours, to be really honest. When it rains it pours. But yeah, other than that, I like to stay, grateful, because the thing is there's somebody who is having it worse than I am. But when you tell yourself like that, you can never allow yourself to feel things, right? um 1970 invented petrol. Okay, honestly, I am right now. I just searched what is petrol. I can see what you're talking about, but it's like I don't know what is the use. I think that is more like a Western thing. I'm searching. I'm looking at it, and I don't know what is its use. What is the use of a petrol? Okay. Unnecessary thing humans invested petrol. Okay. Okay. How do they use it? It's like, even though it's unnecessary, how do they use it? All the things that you've said that like were invented but they are unnecessary, they have a use, even though you might not agree with the use, right? Okay, what? Okay, I have to call for something. Hey, what personality trait do you have that would annoy you if someone else had it? What personality trait do you have that would annoy you if someone else had it? God is in control says, now Hollywood talking about going back in time. If I could go back, I would go to 2010 before Bitcoin shot off. You could buy It's less than 50 cents each. Now today one share is 63k. Imagine 500 multiplied by 63k. Oh my god, you would be. And I think at 2010 I was still a kid, literally a kid. How old were you in 2010? But wow, I think people who didn't invest in that missed out on an opportunity of a lifetime. That's why I think, honestly, I understand people who are usually pissed with their parents because they were in a position where like they could have maybe taken that opportunity and run away with it. Yeah. Multi millionaire. I was 21 in 2010. Okay, let me do the math. How old you are? 2010. 21, 21 plus 10. Oh, 31. 31 plus 6. 37. Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow. Now is the time. Okay. God, yes. Now is the time. Honestly, I just need to make it because ah, I feel like if you never make it, maybe you can live the rest of your life blaming your parents. Oh, they would have done this. But let me tell you, like for example, sometimes I have like a little breakdown. Like for example, like today, okay, I had a little breakdown, and then I was like, God, if these parents would have worked a little harder, okay, if they would have persevered a little longer, if they would have gone, you keep thinking that time to still invest in stocks and crypto. I meant to say taking some classes, and my friend has 10k. Oh wow, US dollars in crypto. Yes, 37. Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you can only invest what you have. So I have had most people tell me, you know what, just invest in Bitcoin or crypto or whatever stocks, but you cannot invest something you don't have. Okay, good night, boy from my side, like Dan. Thank you so much. Sadar, still haven't figured out. Okay, please subscribe and like the channel. Tell them. And when you guys are just sitting around, play the videos, guys. Let's get this channel, at least let's get to the point where like we can be having membership or super chats. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to it's like, but honestly I'm grateful because you guys always show up. At least that, as far as you enjoy somebody's content, the last thing you can do is like maybe support them. However, today your jacket is good. Oh, thank you. God is in control says, but now if you invest in Bitcoin, you won't see any life-changing results. The key is studying charts and buying ones that are still low with a big market. Okay, wow. I think that's a nice thing to look at, or to even think about. Why am I so hungry? Blockchain security to protect the channel of Bitcoin. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Yeah. Yeah. When I was in campus, I knew this friend. He was doing Bitcoin. Oh my god. He changed his life with that Bitcoin. He bought a car, he bought a property, he built when we went partying, he was always the one who was buying uh he was always the one who was buying drinks and stuff. So okay, honestly, I can see what. Yeah, and maybe he just took a risk. He just took a risk, and that was it. Okay, God is in control says most stocks or crypto is still low. Some will shoot up over the years, some won't. Okay, yeah, I think it would have been like, let's say, I think 2021, the people who were like doing Bitcoin that time, they were getting some money because I think this guy invested. Well, how much was it? It was like 27,000 Kenya shillings. How much is that? That is barely even. It's like 280 US dollars. And woo, he made. I think he made millions. Okay, he bought a car. He bought properties. Exactly, one boy. It's called risk management. Sometimes people invest thousand and it goes low, then they lose money. It's good to balance and save and invest. Okay. Wow. Yeah. 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 Yep. 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 You look like a boss in that jacket, or somebody with authority. Am I intimidating? Am I intimidating you, or do you all feel like, oh my god, she's threatening? Yeah, thank you. Sadulsa. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, next question. Okay, there's a question here. Okay, I didn't pin it, I think. Oh, I didn't type it. I didn't type the question. Wow. What personality trait do you have that you would. Okay, what personality trait do you have that would annoy you if someone else had it? Uh, uh-huh. That's crazy what you said. So, yeah, some people got lucky with Bitcoin. Yeah, he definitely did. Okay, but I kind of felt like, but I'm not the one to judge how he used the money, but like he blew that money with women. Okay, he was just getting, and he was just people had known. When you're in university, most of us were struggling, okay, to even feed ourselves, to put food on the table. Let's say your parents said they don't have money at the moment, okay. So people had known that he had money. Okay? He was changing women like, like outfits. Yeah. Yeah, and at the time, most of us who are friends with him, we would always like want to be around him because he will buy dinner, he will buy drinks on him, dinner, and all of that. Yeah. But right now, I don't know where he went, but I am pretty sure he's pursuing a normal career. See if he would. Okay, but let me say he had a good time. I think he had a good time. Okay, God is in control says, yes, and that's the issue. So many people get big money and blow it on the dumbest things instead of reinvesting, saving, and helping others. People get greedy. It's good to have plan with money. Okay, and I think I'm also the same with money. It's like when I have money, let me guys, when I have money, I usually don't think like I'm not thinking like. But when the money is almost running out, that's when I'm like, God, I should have done this. Okay, when I don't have money, I have big dreams without money. Even with money, I have big dreams, but it's kind of like I forget what I wanted to do, and I just start buying random stuff, a little bit of shopping here and there. Yeah, but it's like, I usually have this feeling that like when you make huge money, if you don't use that money well, maybe that's the only huge money you'll ever make in your lifetime, especially if you're coming from poverty. Maybe that's my mindset, but I feel like you only get one lucky chance, so if you blow it, then yeah. But then you can't take away the memories that he had. You can take away the drinks that he had with friends. He will always remember that. And see, here I am, like, he would have been a senior, so he graduated like 2 years or 3 years before I even finished university. So here I am almost 7 years later and I still remember him. Some people here have won millions, then buy big houses, expensive cars, boats, watches, just damn things, then they go broke. If you gave me only 200k US dollars, is turn it into millions. Okay. I think you say it, you say that right now until you have the money. It's just like the mind just boom. And then when you're just left with like $5,000, that's when the senses come back. You're like, oh, money will only amplify who you are. If you're bad with money now, you'll be bad with big money. But some people aren't happy, so they try to buy happiness, which you cannot do. Honest, see, and honestly, sometimes I'll be sad, but I just go to shop. I go to shop, and it kind of just heals something in you. To be really honest, suddenly, yeah. But I don't think I'm that bad with money. I think I'm more frugal than anything. I'm more frugal than anything. Like I can just go without most of the time. So, yeah. Yeah, but I don't judge people. Okay, or maybe I judge or I don't, but I don't know if I would have been any different with him. I would have felt, oh, all of these people care about me, so I'm gonna buy them a drink. I'm gonna buy them dinner, you know. Okay, what personality trait do you have that would annoy you if someone else had it? Personality trait that I had that would annoy. Um, Personality trait that I have. It's like I get upset real quick and I don't know how to hide it. It's like just hide a little bit. Like, okay, I don't want to say that I don't have a temper, but one of the personality traits that I have is like I get upset real quick. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with buying things, and money can definitely buy freedom, but eventually they buy more and more and never satisfied. It starts in the heart and mind. I have my plan ready. Okay, please write that plan, okay, because you will need it. There will be a lot of, and you know, at the time when you have money, you're like you've made big money, or like let's say you've won a lottery. People know that you've won a lottery, so everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody, they're telling you the issues that they're having. Oh my god, my child is sick. Oh my god, I can't pay school fees. Everybody, your siblings, the aunties of uncles, grandmother of the grandfather, all of these people, they know you have this money. So, but I think this is pretty much with us black people, maybe Africans, because we are kind of mostly connected with lots of people who you know, you're just being told everybody is family, so you have to show up for them. So that's a tough question. Honestly, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, the plan, when you make them, you will need that plan. If I won, let me tell you guys, if I won a lottery, first of all, I would not want my family to know. Not in the way that you think, that like I think they would borrow me or something, because I would first want to do the stuff that I want. Let's say I would want to, first of all, if I wanted to buy a property, I would want to first deal with that. And then I talk to them with the leftovers. Maybe the leftovers will be like 1 million or $1 million. Okay, then we can speak on that. But otherwise, oh, my younger brother wants a bicycle, another one wants a motorbike. You know, a small car wouldn't be bad. Bakita, paper towels. Oh, most unnecessary things human invent. Paper towels. Why paper towels? I'd help the people. I'd help the people that have been with me through hardships and good times. And also, there are many people in Uganda who need help building schools, clean water, houses. Okay. Okay. So you wouldn't help somebody just because they are your aunt, they are your uncle, they are the grandfather to your grandmother. All I would want is a nice house, not big, on a lot of land away from the city. Yeah, honestly, that has always been my dream. A nice house, okay, not so big, just nice size, on a land. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because before you realize, uncle of the grandfather wants some help. Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad thing because they are also more likely to show up for you like that. But if you have like 50 people, you only won $1 million. You have 50 people that want something. Then what are you gonna be left with? Yeah. Uh oh yes, I'd help out many people, all my family, because I know how it is to struggle. And yes, lots of land with cows, goats, chickens, cats, and dogs, and some nice Toyota trucks, and buy gold and silver. Okay. Hey, you already have a plan, you just need the cash. Because gold and silver always hold value, okay? Ooh. You already have the plan, so done. Done. Okay, honestly, right now, at this point, right now, if I made enough money, I would want to get myself like a tiny house. Okay, not enough, not so much. If I made money that was not so significant, I would just get a tiny house, or how, and then go and set it up on my parents' property, so I can be near them, but technically have my own space. Okay, next question. Okay, the question goes, but we will skip the age. The question goes, what's your age and what's one thing? Well, okay. What's your age and what's one thing you thought you'd have figured out by now? Okay. Yes, I've ever designed the house I want. Ooh, you have, oh, you already. I have a very visual memory, and yes, we planned everything we would do in Africa, but I'm very giving out help out my YouTube friends too. Okay. Okay, at least I'm included in that plan. I'm kidding. Um, you know what? Like honestly, today I'm not even in the mood for fighting or any of that, Miss me with that mess. One thing I hate is greed. Greed, uh-huh. Okay. Okay, next question. What's your age and what's one thing you thought you'd have figured out by now? But you don't have to say the age. You can just tell me what's something you thought you'd have figured out by now. Yes, yes, I would help out. I'd like, hey, one boy, get a Western Union. Time to buy you a car. Oh my god! Can you honestly? Because I think that would be like, and that would be a bad financial decision. Like helping random people like that. Okay, it's okay if you say, okay, take this a couple of hundred of dollars, but he's like a car. Woo, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah, you would end up broke within the first week. Okay. Well, I'm talking like, if I had it's better to give than to receive. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Even okay. Me too. If I had millions, I could do stuff like that. But, haha. But not even 1 million. 1 million. We look like 1 million is not a lot of money. Just you can just run through that. What's your age and what's one thing you thought you'd have figured out by now? You know what? I'm not gonna type that question. Ugh. Ooh, who is Edika? Who is Edika? Kanatam. I don't know who is Edika. Who is Edika? Kanatam says, yeah, it barely a year of modest living. On your side, Homeboy, good night. Okay, and thank you for playing the videos. Um, but I would save most of it. Like I said, turn the cash into gold. Gold holds value anywhere in the world. Yes, you can run through millions easily if you're an idiot. Unfortunately, most people are. Okay, you don't think you could be part of the idiot society. Okay, honestly, I think, yeah, for me, I think I would have to be really careful because I'm not really smart with money. Okay, I am. You know what I do is like I'm frugal. Okay, so it's like I'll tell myself, or I'll deny myself something for so long. Let's say I have a thousand Kenya shillings. So it's like I'll avoid buying something with that a thousand Kenya shillings, and then I'll go out one day and I will spend all of it. Yeah. So it's like, what was the purpose of saving or even going frugal if I'll go out there one day and just spend all of it at once? Uh, no, because also I'm surrounded with. Oh, okay. Nipiga hesabu simu moja masaa 100 today kwa mwezi bila kuzima. Oh wow, asanti. Thank you. Smart, financial, and responsible people. Okay, yeah, because me personally, I think I'm frugal when I want to. Like for example, like today, I have not bought anything today. It's like I just stayed inside. But see, yesterday I bought like not a bunch of stuff, but a bunch of necessary stuff. So that's how I usually operate. I go a few days without, and then when I go out, then I spend all the money that I would have spent on this. So what was the purpose of going without? Miatis, okay. Beatrice, okay. Actually, hey, if you would do that, that would be really nice. That would be really nice. God is in control. Says 1 million is a lot of money if you're smart. Okay. Yeah. $1 million, not shillings, Alex. But still, even when it's shillings, it's a lot of money. But if you decide to buy property with it, it's almost nothing. Alice Camacho. Hi, Alice. Good to see you. Okay. Asante. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what was the question? Yeah, most people don't like sharing their age, so I think we are just gonna skip that question. What's your age? Okay, let me talk about myself. What's your age, and what's one thing you thought you'd have figured out by now? Uh, my age is, I am 24. One thing that I thought I would have figured out by now, like I thought I would be like settled or stable, like settled somewhere, stable somewhere, but I'm not. So, yep. Let me know how old are you, and what's something that you thought you'd have figured out by now. Are you in Saudi? No. Are you? Ooh. I'm thinking. Uh huh. Okay. You know what? I am just not that idle, and I'm not that desperate for your little 700, whatever. Okay, your partner says, I need to tell you something, but don't get angry. What is your first thought? Your partner says, I need to tell you something, but don't get angry. What's your first thought? That's life, one boy. By that, you thought I'd be in another spot, but sometimes life throws unexpected things at you. Job loss, layoff, family emergency, medical emergencies, etc. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think the sooner we stop putting timelines on ourselves, the better. When I ask the question, the most unnecessary thing humans invented, and I know it's not that unnecessary. It's nice because at least we get to know what time it is, but time, because there's a lot of pressure. There are people who lived, but okay, we are not trying to go back to those time of being analog and stuff, but I feel like they had a good time because most times they didn't know how old they were, especially out here. Okay, they didn't know how old they were, if they were just living life. So if I kind of, at this point, I feel like the sooner you stop like putting timelines and like, yeah, maybe the sooner it gets easier or stuff. Yeah, I've learned just to go with the flow, but okay, let me put this up. Okay, yeah, I've learned to just go with the flow, but make your goals and hard work does pay off, and be financially responsible. Compare your wants and needs. Ooh, wow. Wants and needs. Most of us have wants, not needs. Okay. I want an airplane. I need. Oh, but you know what? I think we usually say we need when we want. Yes, wants are usually always unnecessary. Okay. Watch or phone clock. Phone clock 100%. Watch if I'm traveling or away from civilization, but have a need. Okay. Watch or phone clock. I think most of us would go with the watch, but most of us usually only use our phone. Sometimes I'll be wearing a watch, and then when I ask, oh, what time it is, I'll just look at my phone, or I'll be searching for my phone. So I think, and then with the phone clock, is usually mostly direct. Sometimes with this watch, especially if it's not a smart one, you have to. Okay, but yeah. So for me, it's the phone clock. Okay, I'm warming up some porridge that I had cooked. Most people just carry their phones everywhere, but yes, a watch is a good backup item to have. Okay. Yeah, I'm warming up some porridge. Oh no, you know what? I don't know. Okay, let me not bring you guys to the kitchen because somebody said, "Oh, boy, don't bring us to the kitchen. We don't want to see your cooking." Okay, say no more. Most people just carry their. Okay, I think I read that. So I'm warming up the. What is it called? Porridge. Yeah, I grew up with porridge, and then I'm going to add these flax seeds. It's supposed to have omega and fiber. Trying to eat healthy, so Let me know, have you ever had these flax seeds? Or even chia seeds? Okay, and guys, welcome to the live stream. Kindly like the live stream and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Appreciate. Okay, let me get the porridge. Entertain yourselves in the meantime. Okay, sorry, I'm kidding. But, ooh, porridge, porridge. Okay, so yep, that's the porridge, guys. Porridge, porridge. Have you ever had porridge? You know, somebody told me that in America porridge is not common. Yeah, so that's um so Vichako says chia seeds what? Actually, I'm about to add chia seeds in here. Chia seeds and flax seeds. Oh wow. So chia seeds. I don't know all those meats you have, but chia seeds are nice. They're nice. So chia seeds, you add a little bit, not so much. If you add so much, it can cause diarrhea. Okay, so this much chia seeds, and then flax seeds. Yeah. Wait until like you're feeling sick. That's when you'll know they are necessary. Okay, flax seeds. Wow. Ta-da. Okay, that much. I think that's enough. And then you stir. Let me know if you've ever had porridge. Is it a myth that in America you guys don't have porridge? Is it a misconception or is it a lie? Yeah, so my porridge is well mixed up. And then now I'm feeling shy because of I feel like you guys are staring at me. Oh my god, I am so silly. Drink. Oh lol. I'm eating as well soup with vegetable. Okay, and you know what? I was gonna make some noodles, then I was like, I had this porridge. Like Lucy the Jolly, what is that? Porridge. You've never had this? It's sorghum, sorghum, I think cassava. Mm. And then I added chia seeds and flax seeds. Mm. This is African way of life. Hey, sorry, back. I gotta go now. Have a good night. Okay, have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Porridge, porridge. Have you ever had porridge, guys? Do you have porridge in your country? I wanted to search for ancestry DNA tests and they are so expensive. It's 60 euros. Why do you want to do ancestry DNA? Honestly, never try that. You've never tried that? Okay. Somebody said that like it's like why would they just try a paste? It's like a paste. But I can tell you, it does not taste like paste. Especially like the one that I'm having is sour. 60 euros for ancestry. You know what? I think that's something that I can do. But I know maybe mine would say that, I came from Congo to finally know who I am. But if seriously I'm curious from what countries my ancestors came from, many tell me that I look either Turkish or Armenian. Okay, I think that's very much common with black people, their ancestry, whatever, uh, so that they can know what country they originated from. But it's like, yeah, we have all moved. For example, for me, if I do the ancestry, I think maybe it would show up either Congo or something, because Bantu people migrated from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah, wait until you do that and it starts showing you that you have another dad. You know, I watch a lot of Koramo. Why is this thing saying that chat disconnected? Hope you guys can still hear me. I watch a lot of Koramo and like DNA testing and stuff like that. I'm like, you hear somebody saying that they grew up with a father, and then they did ancestry DNA, whatever, and then some other man showed up as their father, and turns out that's their dad. Okay. So the just Congo country is not democratic. I don't know if those are two countries. Are those two countries? But I just know it's like Democratic Republic of Congo. And you find out they are the most democratic people. I don't believe in DNA ancestry. Why? Do you believe in DNA when it comes to parents and children? To find out, oh, is this your mom? Is this your dad? Honestly, to be really honest, I kind of feel like it's cool, but I don't wish that on myself. But I wish like it's cool, like this is a person that you have not had in your life. Let's say, for example, a dad. And don't get me wrong, okay? Having a dad or knowing who your dad is a nice thing, okay? But the whole like is like yeah. But I know I'm talking from a point of like I already know. It just seems like so good. They usually hug each other. It's like, oh, you've gained a new family. The whole gaining another family is like so nice. Maybe I'm talking from a point of ignorance. Yeah, that there's the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Congo and Democratic. Wow. Wow. You know way too much about Africa. Okay. Would you do an ancestry DNA to know where you're from, guys? some of the African dishes is porridge. So this is sorghum, millet, I think cassava. Yeah, so they just take it to the portion mill and grind it into flour. So yeah, African dishes. The thing is, there's so many different kinds of ancestry tests and various prices, and they are not 100% accurate, so I don't even know which one is better. um, but make sure when you do it, make sure they don't know where you sent the thing from, because I also think that, like, okay, if I would do that, I would actually not tell them my real name, because I would maybe even want to use like English names, so that like I'm not giving them clues, okay? Because if I tell my real name, like for example, I'm boy, they tell, oh, this person is Kikuyu, so they are Bantu, they migrated from this place. So I would likely want to keep that information away from them, so that I can see. For me, they just found a way to make money. Oh, okay. And it makes it. But honestly, I usually feel like most probably they ask you if you're black or what, you say black. So they assume, they just do this thing of like, okay, you're originally from Nigeria or Ghana. I think it always shows that these people are from Nigeria or Ghana. But it's like, honestly, I would like them not to know if I'm white or black. Another thing I would like them not to know is like, what is my name, because I wouldn't want them to like take a guess. uh Another thing, so no name, no skin color, no okay, the country they have to, because of course you're sending the thing. But yeah, those information would be kept secret, and then I would see what type of information they would give, and if they even would get it right. Mm. Mm. I found one ancestry DNA price is 86 euros, or 12,844. Hey, okay. Wow. Damn. That's okay. But yeah, maybe you would pay to know that type of information. But personally, at the moment, like, it's like, who cares? Okay, but maybe if I didn't know who my father is, maybe I would make such a uh maybe that wouldn't be anything to get your father. So yeah, maybe we are talking from a point of view, we already know who our parents are. Yeah, but it really helps to connect you to your potential relatives. Yeah, this porridge is good. My thing is, especially if you're not out there to look for your mom or dad, it's like the relatives that you already have are already a lot. Why are you looking for others? Yeah, I'm just curious, and in a way, maybe it's not that important. We are all humans and all descended from one common ancestor, okay? But yeah, but it would be nice to know. It would be nice to know, honestly. Maybe when mine would be a waste of money, because I already know who my dad is. I already know who my mom is. Mm, there are some relatives that I'm not in contact with, but it's like, if we wanted to, we would find them, okay? So for me, I think it would be a waste of money, because And also, most people out here do not do their ancestry test, so which means you wouldn't even meet with your relatives. But see, places like the US or maybe even Europe, yeah, absolutely worth it because most people are doing it. So that says, well, when I have enough money, I will still try it one day. Okay, me too. Maybe me too for fun. Honest, and the only reason that I will try it, I'll try it to see, and I'll make sure that I don't give them information about me. I don't want them to know if I'm black or what. And also, I don't want them to know my name. And then I want to see if if this thing is real. So yeah. Mm-hmm. This porridge is really nice. Hope I just don't pee on the bed because this is a lot of porridge. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Warm Boy. Kindly say hi. Let me know what you do on Sundays. What do you do on Sundays? So what I did today, watch some content around. Of course, flipping houses. Another one, I watched these Amish teens trying to experience life so that they can make a decision if they want to be baptized as Amish. So that's how my day was. So that's because my name is Persian origin, but that doesn't determine ancestry. Lots of people in Europe, for example, have names from other regions. Yeah, but you don't want them to give them a crew. No, you want them to guess, like you, because it's like the name gives something away. I would like maybe to give an English name, most probably, or I can even create a username. Totally wise. Hi, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Yeah, maybe I should make some nodules. I don't know why. In the middle of the night, okay, you will find me that the whole day I've not cooked. In the middle of the night, I'm up making French fries and stuff. It's just like I am usually more hungry in the middle of the night for some reason. Maybe because I usually don't sleep until later on. For example, the most common name in Europe is John, which is a Hebrew name, Yoshanan, that doesn't make someone a Jew. It's just a name that got common due to Christianity. Even out here, John is a common name. John is a common name. Joseph is a common name. Peter is a common name. We female names: Rosemary, Rose, Mary. Um, those are the common names. Esther, Charity, Faith, Joy, Purity. Ooh, those are the common names. But see, when it comes to the middle names, those are the names that even tell you a tribe here. Like, for example, my middle name, you tell a Kenyan my middle name, she's Kikuyu. Yeah, that's what they're gonna tell you. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. If this is your first time seeing me, my good name is Wamboy. I was born and raised in Kenya, and yep, I do live stream almost every day. We do talk about different things, sometimes serious, sometimes we joke, sometimes we have fun, but most times we just keep growing right here. So I would appreciate if you maybe joined the family. Okay, so today is on Sunday. We are not that serious, so we are just hanging out, and I'm having my porridge. It looks like this. And I know it looks nasty, but I promise you it's good. Nasty porridge. Let me know, if you had a chance, would you do ancestry DNA? Would you want to do a DNA? Okay. So another show that I like watching, actually I did watch today, is like DNA testing, to figure out who is the father. I find the shows funny, because especially when it comes to like them trying to figure out, oh, when did we conceive? When was this conceived? Maybe I'm a toxic person, but I enjoy watching those shows. Yeah, and even in first century in Judea, in Israel, many Jews had Greek names, since Greek had influence in the region as a language. The New Testament of the Bible was written in Greek, for example. Ooh, okay, good information right there. Okay, welcome to the live stream. Maybe we are just drinking porridge. Oh, a lot is happening here. So this is porridge. This sorghum, millet. I would hope. Okay, let me look at the logo. I don't want to mislead you guys. So this is the thing. This is the porridge. It's Nubian food, and it's halal. Sorghum, finger millet. Oh, and because it's sour, it has a souring agent. Yeah. Ooh, so, and then nutrition facts, it has carbohydrates, calories, protein, fiber, and saturated fat. So yeah, this is what you call porridge. Not porridge, this is porridge flour, sorghum and millet, and souring agent. With some, it goes with some chia seeds and some flax seeds. Yeah. Ta-da! Okay, let me put them away. Let me give me an example of a Greek name, for example. Actually, you know, Greek is really famous, but I don't know, actually, I don't know even a single Greek name. Greek, Greece. Wow, this porridge is too much. Okay, let me. So this is what's for dinner. Porridge. Yeah, and even in this, even in this first century in Judea, in Israel, many Jews had Greek names, since Greek had influence in the region. The New Testament of the Bible was written in Greek. So that's the first The New Testament. Oh wow, it was written in Greek. So does that mean that the Bible was written by Greek men? The New Testament. Okay, and I think we are winding up. What's the time actually? 1:29. Okay. No, the Bible was written mostly by Jews. Greek back then was like English is today, a sort of lingua franca, so more nationalities could speak a common language and understand each other. Oh, okay. I always wonder why is Greek so like everybody talks about Greek, Greek, Greek. Hmm. Mm-hmm. And guys, we are winding up. You can ask me any question or like you can chat, contribute to the conversation. Okay, I'm boiling an egg. So I don't know. At night, I'm just usually like I can just keep eating in the middle of the night. I don't know. I guess it's because it was kind of like progressive in ancient times. Many day ancient Greece made the existence of Western civilization, which is ironic since Greece is also Balkan country. No way, Greece is a Balkan country. Wow, no, I thought it was Eastern Europe. Do they use euro in Greece? Oh wow, Greece is a Balkan country. Didn't know that. Let me see. Wow, okay. So civilization never started in the civilized country, right? Yeah. Yeah. That kind of proves what I've always said. Like, people like to say that, like, oh, Africa was uncivilized. They actually didn't even believe in God before the coming of Christianity. And I keep saying that Africans are civilized in their own way. They were civilized in their own way. The fact that they couldn't speak English, they were seen as stupid or like as ignorant or like as these people who didn't love knowledge. But the truth is they knew a lot of information. They had a lot of information in their own languages. So that's what I've always said is like, and when it comes to believing in God, they had their own beliefs that did not involve being Christian. So that's it. Yeah, I mean it's also in Europe, so it's part of Turkey in the Balkans. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, it's also in Eastern Europe. Okay. Wow. Western. I don't like Asian Greece. They were half naked. Also did lots of not good things anymore ones. But of course, not all are that bad. Okay. I think there's a lot of even in books there's a lot of Greece information. Ancient Greece. So now I know. See, this is why I always say that this channel sometimes makes me wiser and stuff. So Yeah, because such information like Greece was like the modern day English is like whoa. Okay, so I'm boiling some one egg, guys. But also we are winding up. It's like I'm starting to feel more and more sleepy. I'm so glad that I showed up. Um, so glad that I showed up on the live stream, guys. Yeah, I have heard most people say, "Oh, be like the Grace woman," and they are referring to like the obsession with oneself, with the nakedness and around everything like that. But woo, but Greeks are funny as hell as well. Oh my god, where did I get the hell from? Oh, they are funny, okay, but do they speak English? They don't. You'd have to understand their language to consider them funny, right? Okay, now I'm starting to feel so sleepy. But worth it. God, I want. Okay, but let me stop saying that because I feel like I always almost always jinx myself. I'm gonna go hard on the channel. I was gonna say I'm gonna go hard on the channel the next week. We're gonna have unlimited live stream, guys. And guys, when we are not doing the live stream, you can just watch a random, watch the one with some rain sounds, watch the random one, especially the long ones. They will really help out. I mean, they do. Many people in the Balkans speak English, just not in a high level, like for example Netherlands or Germany. Okay. Oh, Balkans. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think there's still lots of, and actually, most people are not even aware of Balkans. Actually, until you started coming to the channel, I didn't know about Balkans. Thank you for educating me because that's straight education. Mm-hmm. You should actually get some of my school fees from my high school. Okay. So guys, let's wind up. Let's wind up. If you're typing something, keep typing. Let's wind up so that tomorrow we can show up. Uh, what do you guys do on Monday? Okay, I know for the employed ones, you always go to job. Okay, maybe Monday. Monday for me is many are friendly in the Balkans. However, also they are racist and nationalist. Okay, wow, racist and nationalist. I think nationalist is a thing of the West because here in Africa, people are like tribalist. People are tribalist. What else? Okay, yes, people are also some people are racist. So you get uh, tribalist, racist. What else do you get? No, it's just that it's very rare for you to find nationalist. Very rare. Very rare. And racist also against other Balkan countries. Okay. Okay. That's common. It's common out here people to be racist to their own people. So that does not catch me by surprise. But the being nationalist is a new. It's a Western thing. Yeah, I see so U.S. people. This thing just says that I'm live. Okay, I see how US people are patriotic to their country. So I see all of these factors and how you guys are patriotic to your countries. But we are also patriotic, but it's not like we wouldn't go to the extent that people in the West can go just for their country to look nice and stuff. No. Okay. Wow. At this point, I'm just so sleepy, guys. So sleepy. Thank you so much for the conversation. Okay, I'm still gonna give you guys how many 2 minutes. Okay, it's when it's 1:40, I'm gonna go. So that tomorrow, okay, as I promised, we're gonna lock in. Yugoslavia, for example, was a country that united some Balkans countries like Serbia, Croatia, Northern Macedonia, wow. Montenegro. Okay, Montenegro. Oh, okay, wow. I think I've heard more about Yugoslavia than the Balkans. But the idea was to unite the South Slavic people, but it didn't work. It caused lots of conflicts. Okay, yeah. But how about if you all guys just unite as one, as Europe? What would happen if? What would happen? Yeah, even here in Africa, we have East Africa, West Africa, South Africa. Then that's how we are actually divided. East Africa, I think it comprises of uh, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, South Sudan, Somalia. Those are, I think, the ones that are considered to be East Africa. And then for South Africa, there's Zambia, Zimbabwe, I think Rwanda. Then there's South Africa itself, Namibia. Mm-hmm. And then North Africa are all of those Arab countries. It's Monte. What is the name of these places? Not Mauritius, but at least Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria. So there's a group of the North Africa, and then we have West Africa. So I think the dividing is like Mauritania. Honestly, yesterday I got a subscriber from Mauritania, and I think I saw him earlier on today. Are you still watching? Yeah. Mauritius is an island. Yeah, Mauritania. I never knew about Mauritania. I just saw about Mauritania yesterday. Did you guys know about a country called Mauritania? That says, well, nations with different views cannot unite. Yeah. So, yeah, and I think that's what for example, Africa. Okay. Do you see the possibilities of us united? Because you know what? We are so lost into looking at our differences. Okay, there's black Africans, there's white Africa, there's this, there's that. So it's like almost impossible to unite. Okay, so wow. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna call it a night. Uh, okay. Still waiting for the comment to show up on this one. I didn't know that Egypt is an African country though, so makes sense for Cleopatra to African or dice. Okay. Wow. Let me tell you. I realized that most people think that Egypt is in Middle East, and all of these North African countries. These people think that these countries are in Middle East, but they are Africa. They are in Africa. Okay. They might not look like Africans because, of course, they look more Middle East than Africans. But these are countries that are in Africa. Yeah, somebody said, actually, most people do believe that Egypt is not in Africa. Okay. Let's look at where Egypt is located at on the map. If I fall asleep on you guys, don't get upset. What is the name? Egypt. I know most people know where Egypt is at, but most people don't. Yes, but I mean, it could fit into Middle East since it's Arab. Yeah. Also, the way they look. Okay. Yeah, so there's Egypt and then there's the Red Sea. So what separates Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel with Egypt is the Red Sea. There's a Red Sea. Wow. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. So see, so Egypt is located here. And then there's the Red Sea and then Saudi Arabia. Okay, it's almost like it's one thing. I can see why people can think it's in Middle East. But can you see? This is Africa. This is in Africa, and this is. But see, they kind of share. They share this part. This part connects. This part connects this to. Actually, honest, I feel like they are connected. Can you see that? They are kind of connected in some way. Yes, this the Red Sea here, but they are kind of connected. Okay, let's look at a full. This is where, oh, okay. Now, you know what? I see why people usually think that Egypt is in Middle East. You can see the red part is where Egypt is. See, they have this connecting. Yes, this is the Red Sea, and this is Saudi Arabia and Jordan over here. But they have this part, this connecting part. So, woo, you could try using Google Earth. It's more interactive. It shows the whole globe. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Can you use that with the Google Earth? Wow. So this is on the Google Earth. Wow. It's connected. Okay, this is on the Google Earth. This is Egypt. Yeah, and I know it's a site. I know it's a site. So yeah, I know it's a site. But it's like, okay, this is like a screenshot. Look at the results info. Wow, this thing is connected. So yeah, I wonder if yeah, you can easily connect between Egypt and all of these Gulf countries. Look at the resort info resort. Oh, forget about it, Bent. Open the site. Okay. Okay. Open the site. I can do that. Okay, live view. Let me look. Live view. I was gonna say I can do that on my phone, but I'm using the phone. Honestly, okay. See, with the laptop is like, yeah. I have never done it with the laptop, although I know how to do it with the phone. It's like I think I even have the Google Earth app. Okay, guys, let's wind up. Let's wind up, guys. Oh wow, you know the live streams. I always learn something. I always learn something. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with me. So I'm gonna eat my boiled egg and go to sleep, or maybe scroll until morning. Haha, it's part of life, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for everybody who contributed to the conversation. That means the world to me. Um, if you don't mind, keep watching the videos. You can play the videos, leave a comment right there. Okay, so I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, same time, more time. Yeah, also land Transylvania is a real place. Wow, now you're kind of giving me a lot of information. What is that place at? I think one of the biggest, is it biggest or something? The I have the information that was like surprising to get is Papua New Guinea is like near Australia and it's not in Africa. That was surprising, but I know that's my ignorance. But ooh, yeah, I learned that through the channel. And also another thing, here in Africa, we were never taught about is it Eurasia? I think I learned that through you guys. I don't know who said it, but yeah, it's a region in Romania bordering Hungary. Wow. But it's not a country, right? Because if it's a country, then I'm so out of touch with reality. Okay. One boy is good sleeping. Is it a real country? Wow, I'm so sleepy. One boy, you're so sleepy. Yeah, I think I should just close my eyes and just go to bed, like without even looking. Okay, I'm waiting if Transylvania is a real country. Okay, let me give you how many? 1 minute. Okay, good night. Maybe next time I'll say about it. Okay, 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 okay. That works out. Okay, so good night. You guys have, so I'll write it. I'll remind you tomorrow or next time when you show up. So thank you so much, guys. Have yourself a good night and a good day. And yep, see you guys tomorrow.